Guys, why are there no jobs? Let's talk about that. Let's talk about that. Why is the job market so shitty right now? Oh my god. Not completely sure how I feel about this, but I'm trying out this new brand. I threw away the packet, so nothing for you guys on that front. But it's basically coffee in tea bags, and it's 6 p.m. It's past 6 p.m. actually. And I'm having a coffee because I need something to drink, and I've just started my day. I'm speaking with a sense of urgency because I've done nothing for like 2 days. And when I say nothing, I literally mean like I was in my bed this morning for 2 hours on my phone before I even thought to get out, only to move to the couch to watch TV for a ridiculous amount of time. As the title may suggest, I'm in my Funemployment era, and I can't tell you guys how deep I am in the brain rot of it all. So, for context, I finished working on the 27th of June. It's now end of August. So I've had 2 months of unemployment. 2 months. Mind you, mid-June, my laptop breaks. My laptop breaks in the wackiest of ways. Let me tell you how. I'm watching a show. I think I was watching New Girl, to be very precise. And I'm lying with my laptop, as you would, on the lap, whatever. Oh my god, my phone about to fall. And then I am like, no, I want to be more comfortable. I want to lie on my belly to watch TV. So I raised my laptop up by the screen, which I've done 1,000 times before. But mind you, I broke my laptop screen in December, and instead of getting it changed at Apple, I got it changed by a different service provider. I took up my laptop, I just see a hairline fracture, screen goes back. All in the name of comfort, all in the name of wanting to watch TV on my belly. So, no laptop. Then my equivalent of my Fire Stick stops working. No TV. So I have bonded with my phone in a way that I've never been a phone girl before. My laptop was my life. But this summer I have an unhealthy attachment with my phone. I'm on it all the time. My family is tired of me being on my phone. I am tired of being on my phone. I've deleted the apps. I've typed it, but I will scroll on LinkedIn because I got so used to using my phone for everything. I was using it for TV. I was using it for work. I was using it for entertainment. I was using it for communication. So yeah, basically I became a screenager, which my cousin who, oh god, she's actually 23 now. She was like, you're such a screenager. And I was like, I know, it's really, really, really bad. But yeah, I have not been working for 2 months now. And actually I thought this video would be the other way around, but I talk about why the job market right now sucks so much, and collectively there are no jobs that I want to apply for. So where do I go from there? Because I do plan on entering the workplace eventually again. But actually what I'm focusing on is the fun employment part. My warm take is that My warm take is that you can actually only really truly enjoy fun employment if you have a healthy relationship with money. And I say this because I had a break between 2 jobs. I mean, I hadn't secured it, but I had a fun employment era in 2022 from March till September, August, at the end of August, early September time. And first of all, the first 3 months of that, I was down in the dumps. My mental health was actually in the gutter. So I had to heal. But then the next 3 months of that was spent being on such a tight budget, even though I was way richer then than I am now. I had so much more money. My savings were full. I hadn't paid for any stupid MBA. I was up. But my mentality with money was completely different. So I didn't really spend freely. I was very much okay, and not really wanting to go on holidays because, it was just such a limited mindset. Whereas now, savings, I have been spending, I have been going everywhere because I'm just you're not going to get this time back. You are not going to get this time back. I have just not been worried about money in the same way at all. What might change, you might ask? The great robbery of end of 2020. 2022, I believe it was, I got scammed out of thousands and thousands of pounds. And after that, like, it completely changed my mindset about money, but that's for another video. So I think there's something very freeing about being fun employed and fully knowing that, like, look, I'm free, I'm spending, the money will come back, and the money has been coming back. Like, people have randomly been sending me, when I say people, I mean like a family member will randomly remember that, you know, they owe me something, or something good will happen and someone will just be like, here, it's a gift, or my mother or my father, no. So yeah, it's been fantastic being fun employed and actually being able to enjoy it sort of guilt-free, knowing that, like, okay, I will eventually get back into the workplace. Like, I know my CV is stacked. I know I will get a job. I wanted to start in September. September is tomorrow. I do actually think, like, September is 30 days long. I can start in September. I wanted to start I wanted to start mid-September, and that's what, 2 weeks away? I can do that. I back that I can get some sort of employment secured next 2 weeks. Okay, next 2 weeks is a bit tough, but within the next 30 days, I do think I can get something secured. But I'm so scared to go back into the workforce because, guys, I have had no schedule for 2 months. I have been going to bed between 2:30 and 3 a.m. Okay, no, not 2:30. 2 a.m. and 3 a.m. Like, that is so much better. I wake up every day, usually between the hours of 10 and 11:40. Very specific, but very correct. I am on my phone, as we know, for copious amounts of the day, like really scary amounts of time. And now I have my TV back and I have my laptop back. So it's just a bit atrocious, actually. But I also have done a lot of traveling this summer. I have not done as much YouTube as I wanted to, but then as I was sitting today doing nothing on my couch for 6 hours, it dawned on me that if I don't start acting right, like if I don't get it together, my life is not going to look the way I want it to come December. In my head, December was 6 months away. Actually, I checked a calendar. I literally had to check a calendar. I said September, October, November, December. That's 4 months. You need to get on your Zoom. So this is me on my Zoom. And I'm back in my apartment in Paris, which I love so much. And like, I think I've set up I have my little setup appropriate for like recording. I was gonna do a really, really silly thing of getting like professional vlogging camera or a professional whatever camera, and then I was like, girl, like, don't skip to the 10th step when you have not so much as recorded 5 consecutive videos and posted them. Yikes! Like, why would you make such a big investment of hundreds and hundreds of pounds, euro, dollars when you have shown no signs of consistency? So with that in mind, I am using my back camera on my phone because my camera, I spilled champagne on it in December in Lagos, so it's out of action. And my last video, I didn't love the quality. I did that on my laptop and I really didn't love the quality. Like, it was just not good enough for me. Obviously, I'm not trying to compare myself to like YouTube superstars, but even for me, I was like, ugh, I don't love this. Yeah, I didn't love it, so now I'm trying something else. Let's see how this works out. If you have feedback, let me know. But honestly, I think the content of my words should draw you in and make it better, shall we say. Guys, why are there no jobs? Let's talk about that. Why is the job market so shitty right now? And this is not speaking from a place of I'm scared. This is just like I did an internship, a 6-month internship in fashion in Paris from January to June. And towards the end, like, I was like, okay, let me start looking to see what's available. And literally, I was like, I don't want to do any of these things. All of these things suck. Like, they all suck. They're all boring. They're not no, they just suck. It's not even about the sexiness of the job, because I will do a job that is hard and I really don't mind that. But like, I'm like, it's something to be lazy and not be wanting to apply to jobs. LinkedIn and I are like this, first of all. That's my favorite app in the entire world. That is my favorite app. There's no place like LinkedIn. Everybody gets on there and just loses all sense of normalcy. The way we act on LinkedIn is not normal, but that's another conversation for another day. Anyways, I'm saving all these jobs, and then I was just like, you just have to be really honest with yourself. You don't want to do any of these things. You don't want to apply to any of these things. When you actually know what it is vaguely that you want to do, and you have like containers and boundaries, it is so hard to find roles to apply for. Like, jobs that you actually want. And we know that job like searching is kind of a numbers game. I don't really believe in multitudes and multitudes. Like I'm a like 5 to 7 type of girl would be my ideal number of jobs to apply for. But I found one. Is that not insane? It's also summer, so I get that like the jobs are not out there by now, but I'm like, gosh, I hope I'll find something that I actually want to do. And yeah, it's interesting when you start putting in filters of, okay, I don't want to do this. Like it was coming up to the end of my internship, and I was like, with everything in me, I'm not doing another internship. I'm not doing another 6 months of earning this much, of learning, yes, but not having as much output or impact, or I don't know what the exact problem is, but I was like, look, I paid my dues in terms of internships. I'm doing one and that's it. And in France, it's very common, especially in fashion, for people to do 2, even 3 internships. I said, and that is great for the people. I am not the people. I am not doing that with y'all. Like no, I've invested too much in my education, my experience to do another internship. It's not in me. As I said that, my dream brands is like, it's like they were tracking my words. The brands that I most especially wanted to work to before I got my internship at, I mean, I guess it's all public knowledge, at Louis Vuitton, so I was interning at Louis Vuitton. The brands I really wanted at the time of applying before I started, Louis V, Saint Laurent, Schiaparelli. Schiaparelli, like, they barely ever have internships. My friend sends me an internship at Schiaparelli in collection merchandising for the category that I like. And she's like, I think you would be perfect for this. She called me. She was like, yeah, I think you'd be perfect for this. Like, Louis V starts posting internships, whereas I have the amount of people I've LinkedIn message in Louis V when I was looking for an internship to be like, I want to work for you guys. I want to work for you guys. I want to work for you guys. And there just was not availability. Louis V all of a sudden, internship. Schiaparelli, internship. Saint Laurent, internship. I mean, they had internships at the time where I was looking, but I got siloed to like a sister team. But then I was like, this is a distraction. And I'm not falling for it. You guys are not going to trap me. I didn't know exactly what I wanted, but I knew what I did not want. And that's just as important. So I was like, yeah, you're not going to trap me. I didn't know how far back it was. I was like, I found one job that was so amazing. It was a chief of staff role, actually, for the business of fashion. I'm just going to say full-fledged. And I was like, I have all the qualifications to make me eligible for this job, but I haven't done exactly something like that. Like I haven't been in consulting, or I haven't had like another chief of staff role or a senior management role to show that I can't actually do it. And I was like, I kind of knew they would want someone with a proven history of doing that. And also the job was in London. And this is relevant because there's just some things you know when you're like looking for your next step in life. Like I know for a fact with everything in me that I'm meant to be in Paris. So when it was the dream job or a really great job and it was in London, I was like, fundamentally, I'm not going to get this job because I'm meant to be in Paris. I still applied, I still tried, I still whatever. Obviously, when I didn't then get it, I was like, I knew because it was out of alignment. Anyways, but that was the one job that I found in the how many weeks, how many months of looking that I was like, okay, this is something that I would actually really like. But even then, it wasn't even like it was a good match, but it wasn't like something that was really for me because I'm meant to be in Paris. Why? Just believe me when I say that. This is my city. And then I found other jobs that were kind of similar to anyways. And then I found other jobs that were kind of similar, interesting enough, because I decided, okay, I had done an internship in merchandising. For the context of the story that I'm telling you, don't really need to know what that is, but obviously you understand that an internship is like the lowest level down because I'm switching industries from ex-finance, ex-strategy to fashion. So you kind of just have to start from the bottom, even though I have an MBA. And I was fine to do that. But then I was like, okay, if I want to stay in merchandising, I have to go like intern, junior merchandiser, senior merchandiser, no. And I was like, I have 6 years of experience behind me. I don't want to have to get a super junior role. And also, in 10 years' time, if I'm a merchandiser for like a major fashion house in Paris, I really missed road because that's not what I want to do. I was thinking about what I wanted to do, and then I saw the BOF, Chief of Staff role, and I was like, oh my gosh, Chief of Staff roles are the type of roles that I should be looking for. And then I altered my search more towards that. And then now I've changed it again, but that's not for public consumption per se. But the point being, it's tough out here for the kids that are looking for a new job. It's really, really tough. Like, I don't know where we go from here. I had an interview to stay, or to get a new role. Will I put this in the video? Yeah, I think there's something about bringing you guys on the journey and just keeping it honest and keeping it fresh. I had an interview to stay, and like the HR person then suggested roles that she thought would be suitable for me, and I was like, okay. So the good roles haven't come out yet. Maybe they're hiding them. Maybe they're holding them. Maybe there's hope after all. Maybe. So yeah, if you're in the same boat as me and you're about to start job hunting or you're job hunting, I really hope and I pray that you find jobs that you actually want to apply for. How crazy is that? I'm not even saying I hope you get the dream job that you want. No, like let's actually just get roles that you're incentivized to click yes for, you know? Maybe this is a symptom of getting more senior in your career and you have to actually like make wiser decisions, whereas like earlier on you're just kind of like, oh, I want a job and I'll work anywhere, I guess. I just need to get my foot in the door. My foot is in the door. My ass is actually in the door too. Like most of me is in the door. Let's actually be strategic about this. No, we can't dilly-dally for too long. And yeah, and if you're in the Funemployment era, I don't want to give bad financial advice, but if you're confident that, you know, your Funemployment is not going to be infinite, you know, like you know that, okay, the likelihood of me getting a job within the next 4 to 6 months is very high, and you have no dependence or financial constraints that are already met. Like, I have rent to pay, but my rent money is already set aside, type of thing. Like, I'm not touching that. Live your life. Live your life. Don't ruin the like 2, 3, 4 months that you have off being so worried about like spending and, you know, not having a dinner with a friend or not having like, I'm not saying that you have to match your life when you're employed exactly, but staying indoors all the time and cutting off all your spending is not, in my opinion, the best way to spend this time. If you can't afford it. If you can't afford it, that's a different story. But if you can't afford it, it's just a mental thing. Be free. Be free. The time may not come back. I personally know that once I start working again, which to me seems so scary because I have no sense of responsibility or schedule or anything like that right now. Like, it took me how many hours to give myself a pep talk to shower today? Like, that's where I'm at personally. I know once I get in there, it's going to be all guns blazing. I want to be operating at like 90% capacity. And I'm the type of person that when I'm busy with work, and then, you know, my hobbies are more important, I'm going to the gym, I'll probably make more videos because like I have things doing that it's easier to like add one more ball to the juggle. You can't juggle when you only have one ball. It's just catch. Then it's boring. You put the ball down. My ball has been down for a while. I hope that analogy made sense. Anyways, guys, have a good evening.